to all you podcasters out there, stop using wrestling terms if you've never been in a professional wrestling locker room and have been paid to be there. Bobby Mack here to talk to you about today's latest and greatest in professional wrestling and our little YouTube podcast, whatever you want to call it. Today I want to talk about a few different topics. One of the big topics is Rey Mysterio Jr. That's right, Rey Mysterio. He's out of the WWE. Now you can call him Junior. He got in a little bit of trouble maybe in a match a couple weeks ago in Mexico. I know this news is a little bit late, but of course the poor death of his opponent in that match. Really tough situation for Rey Mysterio Jr., a guy that's been around for a lot of years. The man apparently, his opponent apparently died while Rey performed the 619 in the match. So poor Rey Mysterio Jr., he wrestled as one of his good friends, Pero Aguayo Jr., Aguayo. The reports have come out that the initial report that they thought that it was a situation caused by the cervical spine trauma that led to a possibility of a stroke. Well, apparently now they're saying this is a doctor down in Mexico, and Ernest Franco is saying that Aguaro, I can't say his name, Pero died from cardiac arrest, which was likely caused by a cervical stroke, which was likely caused by the cervical spine trauma. So, really sad situation for a superstar like Rey Mysterio Jr., again, a guy that's been around for a long, long time. I've watched this, and of course I'm replaying it here for you to watch as well. I don't see the injury. I do not see where the injury happened. He goes out of the ring. He comes back up. He gets in the ring. They set him up for the 619. I could say the drop kick to the back was a little stiff, but it didn't seem like it was stiff enough to where the man would have snapped his neck. But who knows? I'm not in that ring. I don't know how hard Rey actually hit him, but there he is. He gets set up for the 619. Boom. Rey hits the 619. It pretty much looks like he misses this guy and hits the other opponent. And as you know, the other opponent just starts shaking Pero. I can't say his name, sorry. But starts shaking him. And the only thing I say really is at fault in this entire match was the fact that the guys kept working in the ring so close to this man, knowing that he was hurt. I think that was the biggest issue I have in this entire thing. But really tough situation for Rey Mysterio. I just wanted to touch on it. I'm not sure if we talked about it at all, but I really wish Rey Mysterio all the best in his future, because he is a great guy. He's a great worker. He's one of those guys that have been around forever. He'll probably be around forever. He's a genuine WWE Hall of Famer. I think he's a little overrated, but still, Rey Mysterio, good luck in all your future endeavors in professional wrestling. Good luck in everything that you do. And we'll move on to our next subject, which is... New Day sucks. Big news coming out of WWE and the European tour this week. Daniel Bryan has been sent home. Apparently he has re-injured himself. They are not specifying where the injury is from, if it's from the previous neck injury or if this is a new injury. All WWE is currently reporting is that Daniel Bryan will be out for 6 weeks. 6 weeks. So we wish Daniel Bryan a speedy recovery, but I will tell you this as a WWE fan, as a professional wrestling fan, if Daniel Bryan is hurt again from his neck, I think it's WWE's responsibility to put him on the shelf permanently and say, goodbye, Daniel. You need to retire. We appreciate all the love you have for professional wrestling, but here's your Legends contract. Here's your paperwork for everything you're going to do, and you're going to stay with us. You're not going to be allowed to go to TNA to wrestle and possibly hurt yourself again. You're not going to be allowed to go back to the Indies and hurt yourself. You are stuck with us, Daniel Bryan. Here's your DVDs. Here's your future Hall of Fame. Here is your future kid, because we care more about your health and your safety than we do inside the professional wrestling ring. So hopefully Brie Bella is going to do something smart and convince her husband not to return to the ring if it was, again, the same neck injury that kept him out for all those many months last year. So, Daniel Bryan, we wish you a speedy recovery, but more importantly, we wish you a healthy and safety life. Eva Marie is training for a comeback! Who cares? You know, one thing I wanted to touch on this week was the New Day. The New Day and what their characters are doing, how they're expanding. I've been listening to a lot of wrestling podcasts. Of course, your wrestling show. I'm addicted to them. Listen to them every Monday for their new episode. They've also got a bonus episode on Fridays, and that is on their very own Slop Podcasters. I don't know if that's a .com. I'm not Mr. Wonderful. I don't know the spiels about all that. But anyway, your wrestling show's been talking about it. The Wrestling Observer has talked about it a little bit. The Ring Geeks have talked about it. Fabulous show as well. I'm going to throw up everybody's pictures up here so they can, so you guys can see it, and whoever's listening to this or watching this, hopefully you guys will check them all out. WrestlingInformant.com as well. Lots of great shows out there, lots of great podcasts. But anyway, the subject I want to talk about, New Day. New Day. A lot of difference of opinions in the podcast world, the professional wrestling world about New Day. Started off with their whole thing. It seemed like they were going to be vigilantes when it came to the WWE. It seemed like they were coming off and they were going to be, black allegiance, black. They're going to be black, yeah. So they're definitely black, so they're sticking to that, most definitely. But at the same time, they were also going to be kind of a dominant, kind of a nation of domination type. The way they were talking, the way they were kind of preaching during their original promos. And then it turned into kind of a dorky, fun thing that the fans didn't grab a hold of. It kind of reminded me of how Brodus Clay, he was portrayed as this, really bad dude, really tough guy. And then when he made the debut, he was a Funkasaurus. The only difference being the Funkasaurus kind of took off. New Day has not taken off. You can, hear the fans now, New Day, and the fans chant suck, which is actually a pretty good thing for them. That actually means they're getting over to a certain point that they're, and they're starting to become bad guys. They're gonna turn, which I think is a good thing, and I like the way they're doing it. Anybody's got WWE Network, I would suggest looking up Jacques and Raymond Rougeau, the Russo Brothers tag team from the late 80s, very early 90s in the WWE. They came in with a French-Canadian gimmick. That I guess it's not really a gimmick when they're from Canada, but anyway, they came in and they portrayed themselves as the All-American Boys. The All-American Boys, you'll be able to hear the song, I'm sure, as it is available, I'm sure, on YouTube, but that was their theme song as well. And they sang this All-American Boys song. They had these little American flags that they'd wave during all their interviews. And they didn't accept the fans booing them. They wanted to be good guys. They portrayed themselves as the good guys. They saw themselves as the good guys, but they did bad guy stuff. They cheated. They would underhand or talk behind their opponents' backs, or in a way about America that would actually insult America when it looked like they were trying to actually compliment America. So I really think that the New Day is on to something. I really like the writing that they're doing with them. If they continue this turn, a nice slow heel turn, not really even accepting that the fans are booing them, trying to turn it around as a positive, I think that's going to get them more heat in the long run, just like it did the Russo brothers. So actually, New Day, good job. News just in! Scott Steiner's crazy and threatened Hulk Hogan and his wife! Are you surprised? Thanks again for listening to Rocky Top Wrestling Review. This is Bobby Mack. We'll see you again next week.